Amy Chua has not only caused us to think and rethink, she's made a genuine contribution to our understanding of contrasting conceptions of child rearing. And to top it off, her book is a good, indeed, a great read. And if there's one at your table, I'd grab it before anybody else does. So finally, on behalf of all pussycat dads, thank you, Amy.
Thank you so much, especially after the firestorm that I've been through. It is just an unspeakable honor and pleasure for me to be receiving this award.
So it is my great honor to introduce to you tonight my dear friend, Mary Higgins Clark.
Tom, that was the most generous, kind, loving, dear friend introduction I think I've ever received. You know, do you want to repeat it just once? Thank you very much, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here. To be considered an honoree in this really illustrious situation is wonderful. To know what you are doing here in the library as the associates, preserving and protecting the ancient documents, the masterful pieces of history, and saving them for the next generations is simply wonderful, and I'm simply delighted to be honored by you.
The Emperor of All Maladies is an extraordinary achievement. Sid has not just set the bar for what the rest of us in medical writing must do, he's set the bar, period. Sid. I have a toast tonight, and it's an unusual toast. I'd like to toast to whoever it was who had the prescience of preserving that address book. Thank you. I don't know your name, but you made me write my book. And this is what books do to you. They can be so transformative because someone in the summer of 1950 decided that this was a piece of collection of papers that they were going to deposit at the Boston Public Library, and it made it possible for me to write this book. Thank you, and thank you to Atul.
And so tonight we honor Professor Prothero, whose erudite and compelling work will, we hope, continue to speak to our times for decades to come. Professor Prothero.
Thank you. I didn't know I was supposed to really say anything, so I have something on the back of my card. I'd first like to thank Sam. That was a lovely introduction. I do have a little criticism, though. That was that there was no mention of any testosterone aura. People who want to know what the great African-American migration was in the 20th century in America will still be reading The Warmth of Other Suns. Ladies and gentlemen, Isabel Wilkerson.
This was, in many respects, the only time in our country's history that the lowest caste people in our country were forced to or felt they had but no option to leave the land of their birth for places far, far away in hopes that life might be better. The only time that American citizens have been forced to leave in order to be recognized as the citizens to which they had been born.
It was the layered smell of time over flesh and blood and bone and thought, what I can only call the spirits. And it made me want to come back to this building again and again, to sit and pore over all that's here, these living, breathing butterflies that should never open and close their wings in vain, for still, all these years later, they have the power to fly, to take us deep into where we've been, which can only help us truly soar to wherever we're going to next in this never-ending grand opera that is our collective human condition. Thank you.
Thank you all again, and good night.